La próxima canción. La próxima canción habla del racismo. Ese racismo que los gobiernos quieren que la gente del pueblo de abajo estén peleados entre ellos por el color de la piel o la religión. Inmigrante ilegal, una canción en contra de las leyes de extranjería. Inmigrante ilegal. Ese tribunal penal que han construido los Estados Unidos y las grandes potencias del mundo para juzgar a pequeños asesinos como Milosevic, como Saddam Hussein o como ahora Bin Laden, pero los grandes asesinos como Bush, George Bush o como Bill Clinton nunca serán juzgados por ellos contra el Tribunal Penal Internacional.
It's about the people who fight in the 70s in Spain in the Union Sindical Senate. It's about terrorismo de Estado, state terrorismo.
We'll be right back.
And to all the families, friends, and the people who suffer because the prison and the jail. Contra las cárceles, una canción de amor con todo nuestro corazón para la gente que viene a ir al Talego. Sorry, lo siento, perdón. La canción que vamos a tocar ahora la vamos a dedicar a las casas ocupadas. Es una canción que dice que las casas ocupadas sean centros de lucha, de rebelión, de revolución. No solo discotecas, fiestas para beber, no, centros de lucha. Una casa ocupada es una casa cantada.
Stari.
Reče stari. O, stari.
Nema zime.
Nema.
Nema zime za Eskime.
Stari?
How?
Čau, ima veliko ljubezni. Da ne jih je, da je prosim. Bo se videti kuhar.
Dej še pokaž jezik.
Ne bo se to snemi.
Ne, še moj jalo. Ali bo koga zatrol na bok. To si gledal izložbo zdaj. Gre, pride nazaj.
Tako zdaj le, da bo svetlava. Tako zdaj pa lahko poveš, kaj češ.
Povem, ki čem, zadjebi s tom kamerom.
Tonč, si videl ono sliko? Kako je Tanega ujela? Oziroma mre...
Neon bar. Kako se piše?
Ne baron.
Njega povazati.
Ni baron. Sem se zmotil.
Ja, pa ne vem.
Taliban nočem nič.
Jaz sem kali.
Aha, ti to komu drugmu.
Pupovca.
Talibana. Lega bez mladinca. Ti štaf na glavu.
Kje je pupovc? FIFA la Talibana.
Snemo banek pa med tem priča, da je totalno proti Ameriki in proti samo, ker so mu dolari zjebali biznis, tajne plave. So mu zjebali, da ne mogu kupiti bangaja. Bo v kupu samo za stroškima, da je Američani samo smije.
Zdaj so se navadili kafe piti.
Ne, če mu bi sam delo mogli tu kafe piti. Kar začemo početi.
Ti čakaj, debel je pa zginul, ne?
Mali, Ernaniš Golević. Kao što li?
Pogod spiz na prvo res totalno odvuca alkohol.
Slaga noca.
Vse je vidim podkarska jezika. Slovenskega Janeza. Te boš kaj pokomentirala? Te, ja.
Ne, se v hribe, ne. Sam jutri.
Ti znaš italijansko?
It's an excuse to make the world remodelar, make form to the new order international. The people who lives down, the people of the country, doesn't want wars, because the wars only make money for the rich man, make money with the blood of the people. This one is against all the wars, class wars against the war to war.
Para que las marionetas jueguen su
to some bands that we have met today and yesterday, and some person like Clayster or the condition is a wild condition or it's a pacific condition? What do you think? It's a wild condition, fighting each other, or perhaps it's the system that make that we fight each other? Reggae.
In the past century, talk about the anarchists. Against 2 centuries, continues thinking the anarchists and create anarchists. The anarchists no are utopia. It's near, it's in your house, it's with the people who you love, it's with your son, with your daughter. The anarchy is a talk about freedom and real life. This song is for the people who create anarchies day by day.
Ti priča, ja čupam.
Ok, Gorane, kako gledaš na današnje Apatride za razliku od Apatrida koji su bili prije par godina dok baš niste svirali?
Ja moram reći, bez obzira što je Gera tu, da smo sa Gerom i Nenom dobili jako puno. Kako god hoćeš. Njih dvojci su donijeli novu energiju, puno više kuže tu glazbu, puno više osjećaju. Tako da sad smo puno jači.
Da, to mi je drago, inače sad zadnji...
Promijenili smo dosta stil, s obzirom na onaj punk rock s kojim smo počeli, sad je to sasvim nešto drugo.
Jel da, to mi je drago. Inače gledao sam zadnji par koncerata i bili ste mi super, pa me zanima je li se planiraju kakve turneje negdje dalje ili ćete samo svirati u Hrvatskoj, Sloveniji? Ili postoje neke mogućnosti da se svira i dalje u Europi, budući da ste vrlo aktivni inače?
Imamo dosta obaveza privatno, svi radimo, Gera studira, tako da nam je teško uskladiti to sve, ali nešto smo već razgovarali da bi možda krajem 4. mjeseca 2002. početkom 5. da bi pokušali srediti neku turneju. Sad hoće li to biti opet ono što smo imali Belgija, Nizozemska, ili ćemo ići možda južnije, Italija, Francuska, Španjolska, sve zavisi od ono kako se budemo odlučili i gdje budemo se dogovorili. Sad imamo dosta veza, čak postoji varijanta da bi išli Češka, Poljska, Litva, tu stranu, a sad kažem da puno radimo privatno, ne možemo uzeti više od 10 dana u komadu, znači odlučimo se ili za jednu, drugu ili treću varijantu, ali mislim da ćemo nešto islučati.
Da. Dobro, okej, sad nedavno izašla kazeta sa 4 požeška benda, pa me zanima da li će uskoro neka singlica ili neka ploča, budući da Apatridi kultni bend požeški, već je jedna ploča izašla, pa me sad zanima hoće uskoro neka singlica ili neka split singlica, budući da to svi očekivaju od Apatrida.
Ti stu do kraja, čovječe, ne uvjerujem.
Nama je žao što nije uspio onaj projekt, one singlice sa starim stvarima što smo snimili, što trebalo izaći Dirty Old Town, ali sad smo se dogovorili da bi možda prije nove godine opet ušli u studiju i snimili novi album, s obzirom da imamo dosta nove stvari, a dosta stvari još i pripremamo, tako da mislim da će biti nešto do nove godine. Čak imamo neke ponude za besplatno snimanje što bi nas još više oduševilo, međutim sad smo snimili ovaj koncert, tako da bi možda ovu pauzu nekako između kazete, ne znam tog albuma, možda bi izašli sa živim snimcima, ili 3 Ways, Sim Dios, neke poruce na Apatridi, ili Sim Dios i Apatridi vidjet ćemo.
Hvala, ne znam više šta da pitam, imaš ti još šta za reći?
Možda nešto o tekstovima?
Može o tekstovima nešto, novi tekstovi, za stare već znamo, novi tekstovi, recimo War Collapse i tako nešto, kako gledaš na situaciju koja se događa u Americi i Afganistanu? Kratko rečeno.
Šta, to me nezgodno govori zato što ispade da sam uvijek loš prorok. Mi smo radili one stare pjesme, jurišnici i ovo sve prije što je rat izbio, nažalost izbio je rat. Sad smo napravili War Collapse, dogodio se Afganistan, ja sam glupo reći, ali bojim se da napišem neki tekst pa da će opet biti neko veće sranje. Uglavnom, dosta toga što se događa oko nas utječe na nas. Glazba samo to slijedi, i što dalje, to smo luči.
Da, to je redu, da. Okej, to je to, ne znam šta da dalje pitam, Što je gledao? Metal, heavy metal.
Ovo za napravno.
A hoćeš još šta reći?
Pa ne znam, stvarno.
Prije da mogu napraviti intervju sa Slajkom, sam nek on tu stane, ja ću biti tu svejedno, a onak postavlja pitanja kojiš, je.
Ne znam više stvarno šta da pitam.
Ja mislim da je ništa novo, ne možemo ni reći sad, sve ono što želimo reći u principu govorimo s našim koncertima. Mislim da smo otkad su Gera i Neno, vraćam se na početku, od su Gera i Neno došli u band, da smo se vratili negdje i sad treba samo dalje raditi.
Da, treba, ozbiljno. I ja se slažem, ozbiljno, ova 2 giga što je bilo Močvar, pun kurac dobiti. Pun kurac, ne, stvarno to ja govorim, ozbiljno.
A danas moramo reći, danas smo imali stvarno podršku, ekipa došli iz Požege.
Je, naravno.
Bez vas ništa.
Da, naravno. Biće nešto od požeške scene.
Pa ne, mi smo najbolji, sigurno. Daleko ispred svih. I kompaktno i sve.
Evo ja je sve čovječe, ako ikak hardcore postoji, onda je postoji u Požegi čovječe. Eto i to.
Pa mi smo sad rekli krasno.
Bez obzira što smo...
Ja, kada će ovo Požegi scena?
Evo na kum.
Tu je put, ja, a dalje su ti pješ. Šta da pričamo, nema, pa najbolja scena čovječe, imaš... Objektivno ili subjektivno, evo.
Nema beda, god spava.
Koji su Požegi, imaš jednog, Denise, koliko ima bendova čovječe? Rečenja. U Požegi imaš jedno 7-8 hardcore bendova, ali pravih. I svi skupa imamo 1-2 gitarska pojačala i skoro cijele bubnjeve. Eto, i to je nama hardcore. I kad snimamo demo, snimamo u prostoriji, posudimo mixsetu, gdje vidim. I šta još radimo?
Ništa, uglavnom požeška scena sastoji se od nekih 11 ljudi koji su u ovo vrijeme raštrkani sa svih strana, dakle ne znam, neki ljudi studiraju vani izvan Požege, neki rade i dakle zauzeti su i nemaju vremena za probe i teško nam je organizirati neke koncerte, ali sad u zadnje vrijeme izdali smo tu kazetu sa 4 požeška benda, još jedan bend, loš primjer, je izdao prije jednu kazetu i sad uskoro, da, jedan tep i uskoro se radi, ima jedan novi požeški bend, to je Beer System i on je veoma aktivan sad u zadnje vrijeme i nadamo se da će nešto od Požege ipak biti, budući da stvarno smo, kao što sam već rekao, raštrkani sa svih strana i oprema na kojoj sviramo je stvarno katastrofalna jer nemamo...
Sviramo u blatu je.
Da, jer nemamo baš prevelikih uvjeta za svirku, osim što imamo tu prostoriju, ali oprema nam je stvarno u kurcu, inače nemamo baš previše ni para, ali idemo i držimo se dalje. Thank you!
Ako ima neko goru opremu od nas, evo ja mu popušim kurčinu odmah sad, jebote. Ali to nije jedan bend, već je to 5 bendova, Bog te vidio. Etabliranih, kuješ. Da idemo ime.
Možeš nešto?
Politika benda ti je neki kuješ strogo anarho, ali mi smo ti u principu goc, jel gost je glava benda. Mada kuješ nema tu bogova, nema gospodara, ali šta gost napiše tekst, to mora vajat, kuješ, ja ne znam, stići da može nekoj tekst, ali nisam. To ti je, ubi Bože čovječe, ne znam, sve neke polne kuđe čovječe i to tako. Politika benda je anarho, ali ne anarho koju sad dajemo nešto. Sad znam drkati ruš već, ostvarimo anarhiju, ja ne mogu vjerovat čovječe, ne briš, ne vrt malo nazad pa obriš, evo te krv. Ne, on ti je lud. Ja ti kažem, evo sad, bez neko kao, mi smo sad najbolji, mi smo muzički najgori band. Ja sam nakon da su mi najgori, ali on ti piše najbolje tekstove. Evo, pročitaj jednom.
Ja čekam samo da se
No, it's finito, and they are security. They have no any relations with the people here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so guys, if some anarchist band came from Spain, we always think they're from Barcelona, Catalonia, and anarchist tradition. But you came from Madrid,
yes.
And tell us something about your roots, anarchist roots, and about anarchist scene in Madrid.
Well, I want to tell that our English is very few, then it's difficult for us to explain. In Spain, there was anarchist roots in the final century 19. In all Spain, Catalonia, the center of Spain, Madrid, the south of Spain, Andalusia, and some parts of the north. And when in 1934 in Asturias, in the north of Spain, there was an insurrection against the Republic of anarchists and socialist revolutionary. And in this insurrection was repression, and in 1936 there was the fascist military stand up in arms against the Republic, and the Catholic Church was with the fascist army, and the workers were organized in the trade unions, the CNT, and anarcho-syndicalist trade union, and socialist UGT. Yes, and it wasn't in more or less all over Spain. In Catalonia, the most of the workers were of CNT. In Madrid, the most of the workers were of UGT, socialist, but it doesn't mean that there were an anarchist movement and organization in Madrid. There was a lot of anarchists, yes. In Spain in 1936 there were 1.5 million 500,000 persons of CNT, and it means that when the war began in Catalonia, the most anarchist movement collectivize the land, the factories,
public services.
Yes, and start a state of revolution, a revolutionary state, because there were another politic like Republicanos, communists, but they were very few. And in the war, the point of view of the anarchists was, we are going to fight against fascines, but not only just against fasting, we are going to change the society.
Against state, against church.
Yes, there were communists that were directed by Moscow,
Stalin.
by Stalin, that Stalin says, in Spain is strategic that not just communist, not fascist, but not revolution. Like a democracy or like a republica, not fasting. Good if it become communist state, but it was impossible because communists there weren't very big.
Only few communists, maybe.
Yes, but anarchists were fighting in the first line and making the revolution, and the anarchists were not army, military, soldiers, were workers. And they take the arms and went to fight, and went to other workers to work and to produce for the revolution. And there are many points of view that say that the war was lost because the anarchy
disorganized or something.
Yes, but
it's not true.
I think that the war wasn't lost because this.
But Pepe, those differences in Spanish society is still today between, let's say, anarchists and Republicans and authoritarian states.
Yeah, there's a lot of difference because in the past the socialists were revolutionary people with another.
But after Franco, after 1974, it's still big differences.
Yes.
A lot of people divided.
Yes.
We were for anarchist society, they were for republic, they were for fascists, and it's still today. So in that point is roots of Sin Dios.
Well, our root came from when we were.
Are you workers? Are you?
Yes, we were when we were.
I remember some CNT.
Yes, when we were younger, we started reading books. My father's a socialist. He's younger and he's coming Sin Dios 8 years later, but his fathers are socialists and the fathers of Canino are Republic socialists, and we have learned to read books because we try to understand what happened in this society, and with the libertarian books and with the libertarian people of Spain, all people, because the generation of anarchists in Spain was by repression, and there are so many old people, 80 and very, very old people that were fighting in the revolution, and we start to read books and to have interest on this idea, and we take this idea to a practice, with a practice that is not in the 1936, like squatting, anti-militarism, insubmission, a global fight, not just only syndicalism. And Sin Dios was born in in summer of '88. We try to just make noise and communicate our ideas. And when we start the band, we start not in anarchies of CNT. We start in autonomous movement in Spain. The autonomy is communist and anarchist, not like in Italia is yes. But some years after we decepción.
To find something.
Yes, with the autonomy, and we went into CNT, and we think that CNT now is not a very big organization, but it's a good organization for the workers and for the students to try to change society, and that's our route.
So, and is still influence of Catholic Church so strong that you said, okay, we will be Sin Dios, no God?
The name of Sin Dios, yes. When you are younger, against all authority and fuck church, but since the beginning, Sin Dios, without God, means not just only the Catholic God. When I imagine Sin Dios, without God, I imagine a person without clothes of authority, of property, running in the country. No God, money God, not authority. Sin Dios, it means freedom.
Totally freedom.
Yes, not just only Catholic Church. I agree with some point of Catholic Church, but I don't like authority of Catholic Church. I agree with the people needs to believe in something. I don't believe in something, in anything.
But because of that authority, for example, in 1936, anarchists burned the churches and killed the priests. That was another story.
In Spain, in the revolution, a lot of church was burned by anarchists, but I am going to explain why. Anarchists burned church and priests because before the revolution the church was behind with the fascists, against the republic, against communists, against socialists, against anarchists.
There was like church taxes and state taxes, and the church take a lot of money of people.
Yes, and the priest in the celebration, in the misa, I don't know the name, when every Sunday, the priest say, because the communists and the anarchists are going to come with you to steal you. The priest and the hierarchy of the church was with fascists, and the anarchists and communists and socialists went against fascism, and the church was with fascism. In Latin America, the church is with communists in a lot of countries, but in Spain, the church was with fascists. That's the reason that a lot of church was burned. Now I think that the situation is completely different. I think that the church now it isn't with the power. I think the power is power without God. The multinational power has no church. The God is the money, the benefit, the profit. And the church is another power, but not the big power. No?
How you can explain? A very good and successful tour in South America, but people in Europe maybe don't understand you, but they feel you and accept you. It's very strange.
Yes. I think that yes, it's true. The people, it's energy, it's communication. Yes. I think that it's because they see not a band. Hey, come on, everybody! Just a band that want to communicate but make it very bad because we don't know English. For us it is very easy to explain in Spanish, and we enjoy it so much in Spain when we play, and we have played in Mexico and Puerto Rico. We are explaining the songs, and the people, I think that, and there's communication. But in this concept, it's difficult. But I think that sometimes we can communicate.
Just like feeling and
yes,
some positive vibration.
Yes. For example, yesterday there was a girl and a boy that say, please speak slow, because they wanted to
understand.
Yes, and it was beautiful, no? That they were interested about what we are singing about.
Okay, so in the last 13 years, you have only one change in the lineup, just new
two change. We have one bass, the same instrument.
Bass player.
Bass player.
We have one bass player the first 8 years. After we have 2 years another bassman, and these 2 years now.
For 1 year and a half.
But I think that
what's the point that you said, okay, I'll play with Sindios? What's
I was a supporter before playing Sindios. I was very feeling with this band, and I had the opportunity, the chance of playing with them, because the
other one
had gone, and I practice at home every day, and
came and said, okay,
yes.
all the
they
songs.
like.
yes.
But the political message and the music, I like.
He feels.
It's your first tour in the Eastern Europe.
Yes.
Yes. After a couple of gigs, what you can say about this the beginning of this tour?
I think that the power of the world, in every country, want us to be ignorant. Then the information that I had from Croatia or Yugoslavia was the war. And I thought that after this, it's very ignorant for me. Nothing. Here, after the war, there were nothing.
Totally destroyed.
Yeah. Not totally destroyed, but totally destroyed the ganas de vivir.
Sorry, I don't speak Spanish.
¿Cómo se puede decir ganas de vivir? The reason to live, to imagine, to create, to make punk, to fight, to only people. Then we come here to Slovenia, to Croatia, and we see that it's like in Spain, but better, because the people is more enthusiasm. In Spain, the people is more, and for us it's incredible to be now in Croatia. It's incredible.
So you'll come again?
We would like, but when I will go to a place to play, and I think I have to return here, not to play, to stay here to live.
That will be
Yes.
great.
Na holiday.
Yes.
No, to stay to live. When I see
stay to live.
Yes, when I see nice people, I say, or if I come here to live, marvelous, perhaps 2 months, and after 2 months, the people is like in everywhere, with problems, with misery.
And what we can expect of Sindios, maybe some new record in the near future?
We are going to. We are. I am 34 years.
I'm 36.
Yes. I have a little girl. You?
Nice. No, still not.
Paying 1 point. And Canino has a girl, a daughter. Then for us, Sindios is going to to finish soon. This next year or next 2 years or next 3 years, I don't know.
It's too much for you.
For us, it's our life. But now I'm talking for me. Now my babe give me a lot, and it's very difficult for me to be rocking and rolling over the world, because I feel I want to be with my babe. Yes, I think it's another face of the anarchists too.
Yeah.
Because I feel with my daughter life, poor life, innocent life that I don't see in concert. And for me it's very strong. Then we have to work, and the days have 24 hours, but for us it's not enough hours to work, to play, to be with our friends, with my family. And I think now we are in a very difficult situation because we don't have money, we don't find jobs to compatible with the
all
band.
those things,
Yes, it's very difficult, but we want to keep on. And in February we are going to release a new record, and after that I suppose that we play, and we would like to come back.
Yeah, okay, it will be great. After the Sin Dios will stay anarchist.
And for us, we played in Italy with some bands, were great bands, punk rock bands. But yesterday we played with Apatridi. For us, was like we are playing with. When you look at the mirror and you see the same image, it's the same.
Thank you very much.
Yes, we see the same. And when you see the same in another country, in another place, you see, oh, it's reason to keep on fighting, no?
Thank you very much. So I was very glad to 7-8 years. 7-8 years ago, I like to see you live, Sin Dios live. I like to see them on concert. And there is no any concert in the near countries of Sin Dios. And now Michael called me and said, "Can you organize gig for Sin Dios?" Of course, I do it. In my flat,
I don't know if perhaps Sin Dios or Apatridi and other bands, we are some few fools in the world. But it means that we are not alone.
Yes.
And it's marvelous.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for
the interview.
Thank you. So tomorrow, when you leave from here, from Zagreb?
I don't know. We have to go to Hungary.
Yes, it's a lot
2 hours
long.
I think that
2 hours.